Welcome back, everybody. Our guest today is a singer-songwriter from where our show is based, right here in the great state of Minnesota, who stepped into the national spotlight last week. Colin Bracewell went on The Voice over there on NBC. He sang a Bee Gees classic during the blind auditions. Take a look. That's right. Now, sadly, Colin didn't move on, but that is not the right, audience, but that is not stopping him from making music. Audience, give it up for Colin Bracewell, everybody.
There I go. And I wash my hands.
And you watch?
Oh, no!
Oh, my God!
Oh, no! Good to see you.
Good to see you.
The same thing happened with Lars.
Oh my God, you're all
in Yam
right.
House, one of my good friends.
That is
Lars.
right. The guys that sing our theme song, Yam House, friends with Colin. That's how I met Colin. The same thing happened with Lars, the lead singer. My microphone caught on Lars's outfit. Yeah. What is it with you singers and my damn microphone? Anyway, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. First of all, congratulations. I watched the episode. I don't always watch The Voice. I sure as blank watched this night. And I got to tell you, and I really, really mean this, it's not just because you're sitting on my couch here. I was shocked. That nobody turned around. What goes on in your mind in that moment? I was watching your face. What goes on in your mind?
I was also disappointed.
Yeah.
And pretty surprised, too. You know, I felt good, and especially when they played my audition back last week. I was like, you know, no pitch issues or anything. So yeah, I was surprised, but their feedback was really sweet, and they want me to come back. So
okay,
maybe.
Yeah. And you had a Kick-Er sweater on.
Yes,
I love
I
love that sweater that you wore. Anyway, so did Snoop. One of their feet, I couldn't wait to talk to you because I was just going to DM you, but I'm like, no, he's going to be on the show, dummy. You can just ask him on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, one of the pieces of feedback, and I wanted to see if you agreed, was, I think it was Snoop that said, oh man, if you had sang in that, what did he say, the falsetto the whole time, do you think they're right?
I do. I mean, I will say it's not all up to me and what I get to do, obviously. But that was the song that we agreed upon with me being on it, and they asked me to sing it that way, and I gave it my best shot, and that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and that goes to their other piece of feedback. And I know I've talked to my good friend Kat Perkins, who was on The Voice, and she said viewers just don't know. It's not just the contestant. There's a lot of producers and there's a lot of people involved with what you do. They said maybe a different song choice next time. Do you think you would go back on a show like The Voice, even if it's not specifically The Voice?
I would, just from the amount of relationships that I made, and I met all the contestants, and I became really good friends with a lot of them too. So yeah, I wouldn't change anything, and hopefully I do get to go back. You
will. You'll go back, absolutely. Where did your, and before we move on from The Voice, no offense to you, but you were a little eclipsed by not only your sweater, but you were also eclipsed by your brother.
Yes.
Your brother became a star.
Yeah.
He's in the, he sells your merch. There he is right there. Huge support system, right?
Yeah, him and my whole family. I mean, he comes to all of my shows. Even when I go on tour, he sells my merch. And I wouldn't be where I am without him and my whole family. So.
And isn't it great? Yeah. Isn't it great too to see the reaction? I mean, it must. You know, you love him, and you know he's a great guy. But to see, I looked at the comments. People love him. Like they love him.
Yeah, they really did. And the great thing is that we all had so much fun, especially Chad. I mean, he got to meet all of the coaches, give them all merch.
Way to go, Chad. Yeah. I always like to know, because I know, like, I so admire people that follow a dream. You know, I was a kid that acted like I was on TV on a rock when I was 7. Where did your love of music start?
It really started with family. I mean, all my cousins who are all older than me, I'm the youngest in the family, they all started on violin, and so I started on violin when I was 4. And then after that, I started doing musical theater all throughout high school. And then, yeah, that kind of brings me, I actually went to school for opera.
You did?
And then I actually switched kind of and decided to do my own songwriting and my own music. And yeah, so it started even when I was 4, and then here we are.
Is there an artist, again, not comparing, but just relating to you, I mentioned Johnny Carson earlier. He was an inspiration to me. Who was some musical inspirations with you in your house, in your home? Who did you listen to?
I mean, my mom always had classic rock playing. She always had the Beatles
Atta
playing.
Girl. Yeah, yeah.
Some AC/DC,
yeah.
You know? But I think for me, that definitely stayed with all the way, and then now kind of inspirations with my now music. I mean, Hozier, Harry Styles, Alabama Shakes, you know, kind of in this blues, rock, pop world, especially with the music that I'm writing right now.
Do you think it's, before we go, do you think it's a great time to be an artist because you don't need, the gatekeepers are there, but you don't necessarily need to be tied to a label right now to get your music out. You have a direct line with social and YouTube. Is that exciting as a young artist to be in this era where you have direct access to your fans?
I think so, and I think that's kind of the main reason why I went on the show was I do have total control of my career right now. And I really want to make the most of it. And with the album coming out in the spring, I knew that being on the show would be the perfect step for that.
Well, will you come back when it comes out?
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to.
Give it up for Colin, everybody. Be sure to stream his music and follow him on social. We'll post all the links on our Jason Show socials. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody.